Hi, my name is Dr. Jeff Harris, and this is the video demonstration for Key Strategies Training Lesson 2, Exploring Thoughts Using Cognitive Strategies. And the strategies that I'm going to be trying to demonstrate when exploring cognitions are cognitive strategy 1, focusing on thoughts, cognitive strategy 2, understanding the impact of thoughts, cognitive strategy 3, analyzing thoughts for their functional value, and then cognitive strategy 4, discovering core beliefs. So I'm here with my colleague, Karunakar Rao from Bangalore, India, and he's going to be portraying a client named Raju. And so I'm going to do my best to demonstrate some, but maybe not all of these cognitive strategies. When we get done with the demonstration, I will go back to the slide and ask you which of these cognitive strategies did you see. So you may be wanting to think about that as you watch the video. Is Jeff focusing on thoughts? Is he understanding the impact of thoughts? Is he analyzing the functional value of thoughts? Or is he looking for core beliefs that may underlie the automatic thoughts? And Raju, as I said, Karunakar is portraying a client named Raju who has social anxiety. So, Raju, tell me a little bit about your social anxiety. We've been talking about that you feel nervous and uncomfortable in social situations. Tell me a little bit more about your social anxiety, Raju.
Hi Jeff, I'm Raju, and I most of the time I remain in my house, room only. I'm not comfortable uh, if people visit me or even family members are around me. I shout at them and I drive them away because I'm comfortable alone. And if I have to go out and meet the new people, um, I my heart uh, beating becomes faster, and I speak very faster, and I I feel all the time that people are finding faults in me.
Let
They are
me
all looking at my, yeah.
so let's look at one of those two situations. So you said that you identified two situations that are particularly anxiety provoking for you. One is when you're at home and relatives try to visit you, and another one is when you have to go out. So pick one of those two situations and we can talk about that more directly.
When I am outside, the situation is more fearful. So we can talk about my fears
So
mingling with people outside.
can you think of a recent time when you had to leave your apartment? Where do you have to leave your apartment to go to work or to go shopping, or what's the situation?
Yeah, I had to go to meet my visit my friend's house in the function, birthday function.
When you visited your friend's house recently, what were the thoughts going through your mind that made you feel nervous and made your heart race? What were you thinking in your mind?
The first thought comes to me that the people around me are observing me and focusing, and their focus is on me, and they are, I mean, they are trying to look at my faults when I
So
am speaking.
So when one of the things that you're thinking is when you're um, outside your house, when you're visiting friends, you're worried that people are observing you. You think they're focusing on you, and it seems like they're looking at your faults.
Yes.
So when you have that thought that people are looking at my faults, how does that impact your feelings? When you think that people are looking at my faults, how do you feel?
Then I feel more anxious, and I make more mistakes actually.
Okay.
Um,
So that's interesting. So and that you know that kind of makes sense. Once you think people are observing you, you get anxious and you make more mistakes, and then it kind of becomes a vicious cycle where when you think people are scrutinizing you, you get nervous and you make mistakes, and then you said, "Oh, they probably noticed that." So it kind of goes in a cycle.
yeah, yeah, you said it rightly. Actually, I feel that people are scrutinizing my behavior actually.
Okay. And so it's interesting in terms of how that the impact of that, so it makes you more so that the thought that people are looking at my faults or scrutinizing me makes you more nervous. And then the impact on your behavior is that you make more mistakes or you say things, you know, you make little verbal mistakes or that they're seeing that you're nervous when you're talking faster. So when so it's interesting. So the thought that people are scrutinizing me or are looking at my faults doesn't help you connect better and doesn't help you feel less anxious. It actually increases your anxiety and then makes it worse.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So the thought that people are looking at my faults and people are scrutinizing me increases your anxiety and interferes with your ability to interact with people socially.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
correct.
So the next thing I want to ask Raju is when you think that people are looking at my faults, people are scrutinizing those are thoughts about these other people. When you think about they're scrutinizing you and when you're feeling anxious, what does that mean about you? What do you think that they're scrutinizing? If they're scrutinizing, what do you think they're going to see about you?
I see they are scrutinizing my physique. I am lean and thin, so they are looking at my body, and it is not so comparably good enough in comparison to others.
So when they notice that you are thin and lean, that's not just a neutral observation like, oh, Raju's kind of slender. It's a derogatory one, like he doesn't have a good physique.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes.
And are there other things that you think about yourself that you think they may be judging you other than your physique?
Other things are that people are able to speak clearly and confidently, but when I speak faster than what is required, and I falter. Sometimes I skip the words also. Sometimes I stammer. Uh, this all
Because
makes me, people may find it very funny and awkward.
So, because you get nervous, one of the things you do is you start to speak faster, and then, your brain and your mouth is going faster than you can. Your brain is going faster than your mouth can keep up, and so you falter or stammer, and then people are going to think that you speak funny.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yes.
when you are concerned that other people think that you don't have a good physique or that people think that you speak in a funny way, what is that? If those things were true, that they thought you had that you didn't have a good physique and that you speak in a funny way because you falter, what would that mean about you as a person?
I feel that I am not attractive enough in social situation.
I'm not attractive enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's stop there for this demonstration. But I think this is a good what we've discovered is that when you're out in social situations like visiting a friend, your thoughts are that people are looking at your faults and scrutinizing you. That kind of belief that people are scrutinizing you and looking at your faults makes you more anxious, and you make more mistakes because you speak faster and you falter and stammer. And then you're worried that other people think that you speak in a funny way, or that you don't have a good physique. And then kind of at a deeper level, you're worried that you're not attractive enough.
Yeah, yes,
Okay. Well,
yes.
now that we've kind of identified that, I think the next stage will be to look at some of those thoughts to figure out which of those may not be helpful and which of those we might want to change.